Good morning, dolls, and welcome to Little Gretchen's workshop. So today I'm going to just show you a quick way to make pants for the men dolls. Now, in two previous videos, we made a shirt and we made a blazer or jacket. So we definitely need pants to go along with that set. Now, I just happen to be using fabrics that coordinate with the shirt and the jacket, not necessarily match. I'm not really big on matching, although I probably will make a suit for one of the men that all the pieces match. But I truly have a tendency to try to mix it up a bit. So here I'm just showing you how I hem the bottom of the pants and I'm adding the inner seam for the pants. Now I don't iron that part down. What I do is I will iron it when I turn it right side out. And here I am adding glue again to that inner seam, pressing it down and just tapping it a little bit with my clover iron. And I will leave a link in the description for the clover iron. This is an iron that is used a lot with quilting, but it's definitely a game changer for making doll clothes. It really helps a lot with pleats and seams, but in this instance I'm using it to encourage the dry time for my glue or adhesive. And you don't have to press it hard, just tap it down a little bit. Now, I definitely want you to be aware the clover iron is not for synthetic fabrics because it is unforgivingly hot. It works the best on cottons. Now, if you've worked with it on synthetics, that's great. I have never had success using the clover iron with synthetic fabrics. Now here I am turning the pant leg right side out, and I am using my little pointed tool to help me pull that little inner piece out. Now you don't want to puncture your fabric. I'm just using it to kind of lift those folds out so that I can get the piece turned all the way out, right side out, quicker than I can with my fingers. Now that the leg is completely all the way out, I am going to trim up some of the little pieces of string, and then I'm going to give it a nice crease. Now you see I just patted it down. This fabric was relatively straight and flat when I got it, but I'm just going to press that inner seam down and give him a nice crisp pleat down the front of his pants. Now these pants are for Uncle Benny, and you will see him a little bit later in the video when I actually begin to dress him with these pants. And here I am just turning that other pant leg right side out as well. And I'm going to follow the exact same process, pressing down the pleat. And there we go. I've got two crisp pant legs ready to put on my doll. Now, I don't glue my pants until I actually begin to dress the doll. Now, if that's something you want to do, if you want to sew them together at this point, you could, but I actually glue mine directly on my doll. Now, here's Uncle Benny. Now, he is one of my old doll designs. I don't make my dolls with felt or sewing or any of that anymore. So, yeah, he was one of my early dolls that I made. So although I don't make my dolls like this anymore, he's very precious to me. Now that both his pant legs are on, I'm just tapering it and fitting it around his waistline and just adding glue right down the front because I'm going to glue these right to him. These are not going to be removable. I'm not going to redress him. These are going to be his permanent clothes until either I learn a new technique or he really wants to change his overall style. So here I am, dolls, just tapping the back of his pants to cure that glue really quick and then just flipping him around to just see how everything looks. And I'm really pleased with the look of his new pants. Now, dolls, I did check the crotch area really quick to make sure the glue fused all the way through, but he looks great. And now we're ready to go ahead and add a few details to him. So, spoiler alert, this is Uncle Benny after his outfit is fully completed, but I wanted to zero in on how I finished the pants. Now, I should have finished the pants when I did his entire outfit. There is a video in my playlist for his jacket, but let me just show you how I added a waistband and a simulated opening for the front of his pants. And I'm just using my needle tool to just tuck his shirt all the way down in his pants because I don't want that to be showing when I actually put on his waistband. I'm still using the tacky glue to make a really thin seam on the very narrow piece of fabric. And I cut it almost in the shape of a belt because in theory, that's almost what a waistband is. It's like a belt that's attached to the pants. And I'm folding it over really thin. I don't want it to be really super thin. I want it to still look like a waistband. I don't want it to look like a belt, but I'm smoothing it and I fold it twice. I'm sorry I'm out of frames, dolls, but I'm just folding it over as if I was making straps or if I was making cuffs for a shirt. You just fold it over twice on top of itself and glue it. I'm so sorry this frame is out of focus, dolls. But here you can see I've added a few dots of fabric and I'm spreading it out so that it will completely cover the whole inside of that fold. So when I fold it down, it'll attach securely to the other side of the fabric. And just flattening it out really, really smooth. So I have a nice flat, thin piece to wrap around as the waistband. Now in this instance, I don't need to wait for it to completely dry to go ahead and add it because I know exactly where I want it to go. I'd already tucked his shirt in really good. So I'm just adding a little bit of my tacky glue. Now, dolls, I did cut a small piece off the end of the waistband to create a small placket to simulate the opening or front opening of his pants. And I just kind of cut it and placed it in a way to give the impression that it's stitched on. And then I trimmed off the top near the waistband and then proceeded to add the actual waistband. So dolls, I probably should have, but I didn't remove his jacket because I couldn't remember how much of it I had actually glued to his shirt. So I'm just adding a couple dots of the tacky glue around the waist and just smooth it out a little bit. Don't want to get it on his shirt. And I just took the little folded waistband piece that we just created and laid it right on top of the glue. Now, when it comes to detailing pants and doing things for your dolls, you can do as much or as little detailing as you want. You could create pockets, you can add buttons to the pants. If you like, you can even add little belt loops and a belt. But I wasn't doing anything that intricate because, one, he has a jacket on, and I didn't make him any suspenders because, again, he has the jacket on, so you wouldn't even see them. But I'm just adding the glue all the way around the waistline, and I'm just going to give it the impression that it's got a snap or a button or something. Maybe I'll add a button to it later, but I'm just creating a closer just so you'll know how something like this is done when you're dressing a doll and adding pants. Now, although you want to be sparing with your glue, you want to put an ample amount so that it doesn't come loose. The tacky glue is really great for making doll clothes, but you just want to make sure that you put enough that it doesn't release. I didn't use my clover iron in this instance to encourage the glue to dry faster, but it's fine, dolls. I just wanted you to see how it was done. I think it looks really neat. I think I'm putting a little bit extra glue along that placket to make sure it stays nice and neat. And I think his pants look nice, and I think that added a nice little detail to the top of his pants or the waistband. And I'm just adjusting his jacket, straightening him out. Looks like his collar is coming loose a little bit. Let me just add a little dab of glue to that. Now, if you haven't seen my other video regarding making this jacket and making a shirt for Pop, I will leave a link in the description and a list of the materials I used to create the rest of this outfit. Now, dolls, if you've enjoyed this video today, definitely let me know in the comments. Also, like, share, and subscribe, and I'm looking forward to seeing you on the next episode of Little Gretchen's Workshop. Bye-bye now, dolls.